Hello, I am going to show you how to do peer review. I know many of you had questions, and it will probably be a little bit tricky at the beginning to find everything you need. So we ask for your patience. We ask for you to help members of your squad if they're having challenges with it and you figured it out. And have a growth mindset, which we'll learn more about, but be willing to keep trying until you get it figured out. So thanks for embarking on this journey to try this new thing that you probably have never done before. So first off, if you have not submitted milestone 1, you cannot do peer review. If you've missed the deadline for milestone 1, please do submit it late. We have a grace period, but that may impact your ability to do peer review. So if you've missed milestone 1 or submitted it late, this won't apply to you. This is for people who have submitted milestone 1 on time. We'll talk more about what to do if you're late later on. So we want to do peer review for milestone 1. Come back to your home screen here in Canvas. You'll see week 1 module, and you can go to find milestone 1. It's at the end of the week 1 module. So you click on that milestone, and that will open up this view. So you will see your milestone 1, assuming you submitted it. You'll see new attempt. Do not click new attempt. That would be a new submission. You don't want to do not want to have a new submission. You'll see this part of the screen, which is important. You'll see a different file name here, presumably. If whatever you named your PDF, that's what will show up here. And you will see different names here. You will see names of people that you have been assigned to review. You may see 1, 2, or 3 names. You may not see any names, and that, assuming you submitted your milestone 1 on time, means you are off the hook and you don't have any to do. Hopefully you see some. If you don't, consider your peer review done. You may not see a name. You may see something that says anonymous student. That's fine too. Okay, so those are the peer reviews. So in this case, I've been assigned to review two people's milestone 1. So to do the first one, I simply click on the name. So I'm going to click on it. And what I will see are a couple things. I will see the student's PDF, and I will see this button that says Show Rubric. So what I want to do is open up the PDF in order to view it, and I also want to see the rubric. Those two things are very important. Hopefully you are doing this on a computer. It will be challenging to do it on a mobile device, and we do not officially support you doing the course on a mobile device. It's very hard to be a virtual assistant without some kind of computer. So we strongly recommend that you work on this course with a computer. If you're having technical issues related to using a mobile phone, unfortunately, we cannot support you with those issues. We designed the course to work only on a computer. So hopefully you can find a way to make that happen. So I'm going to open up this PDF. In my case, it downloads to my desktop and then I open it up. So it's going to show here in a new window. And I can see this student's assignment. All right, So this student chose not to copy and paste the questions, and that's okay. They chose not to number the questions, which is also okay. It's not ideal, and maybe something I want to comment on. It doesn't show that they've put in a ton of time or care into this. It kind of looks like they did the minimum, but it's potentially still passing. So let's go back to now the rubric, and what you'll see comes up here is an opportunity to give a point for each question. For question A, for question B, for question C, for question D, and for question E. So if they answered the question, they get a point. If they answered the question, they get a point. So if you don't remember what the question is, which is likely, you can click View Longer Description. So here is the description. Student provides their name. Okay, so I will go back and look at this document, and we have a name here. So we're going to say 1 point. They did that. Question B. Student describes why they decided to join the VA program. So I'll go back and look here. I joined the program because I think I would be a good VA and I have time to do it. Okay, again, not the most amazing answer, but they did it, and that's what you're grading on. They did it or not. It's there or it's not. That's really all you have to evaluate. Student describes what excites them most about becoming a VA. Right? So they say ability to work from anywhere. Okay, again, not the best answer, but they did it. View longer description, I'm sorry. And so I'm going to give them a point for that. Let's look at question D. Student they either say yes, or they share their plan to get on Slack as soon as possible. So let's see here. They say yes. Okay, so they said yes, we give them a point. Question E, student lists at least one person. So let's go back. They say my ma, okay, 1 point. So they did answer all 5 questions. So we want to make sure this gets saved, and we want to make sure we've done it right. So we just see here what they've got 5 out of 5 points. They answered each of the questions. So we'll click Save Comment. And then this is optional but helpful. You can add a comment. So I might say something like, you could choose to elaborate your responses more. If I want to, I don't have to say anything. It's nice to remember that when you're giving feedback, you don't want to be overly critical. It's vulnerable for people to submit their work and be viewed by others. So please keep that in mind. And please remember our community guidelines. You certainly don't want to say anything, disrespectful. Just ask yourself, is this helpful? Like you're trying to be a good peer. You're trying to provide them with a suggestion or feedback that would be helpful to them. So you could say something positive, like, I really appreciated your response about this. That was thoughtful. Or I enjoyed reading your document. All right, you could give a piece of feedback that is constructive, like this one that says you could choose to elaborate your responses more. Right, or you could choose to say nothing. That's also your choice. So you say save. And you were done. You are done with that peer review. Okay, so it's not immediately obvious that it's done. It's not the best interface. So what we're going to do now, after we've made sure we've hit save, and we can see that my response shows up here. We can go back to do the other review. So we can do that a couple of ways. We can go back to the modules view. We can hit the back button. Right. So here we'll see we got a check mark. So the explanation point means we still have one outstanding. So the check mark is your indication that you have done it. You are complete. So the explanation mark means we still have one to do. So let's check this one now. We're going to have the same thing. We see no submission. So no submission probably means there was some sort of error in the uploading, but if it says no submission and there's no PDF, unfortunately what that means is the student did not do it correctly. Don't worry, if this happened to you, you do have the opportunity to remedy it and submit it late. But as a person giving peer review, if you see no submission, you still need to grade, and you will simply grade 0 points for each answer, right? And I know this might feel a little bad to be giving someone 0, but this is a way that we catch that they did not correctly upload. So we say save comment. And if we want to add a comment, we could say no PDF was attached. And then we say save.